Hello and welcome to Not Without My Sister, the Minisode, presented by me, Rosemary McCabe, and
me, Beatrice McCabe.
For our minisodes, we have so far been going on questions that have been sent in to us by listeners. So if you have a question or a topic suggestion that maybe isn't worth like a full feature-length episode, but that we could chat about for 10 to 15 minutes to give you an early Friday morning snack, please let us know. We're on Instagram at notwithoutmysister or notwithoutmysis.com, or you can email us notwithoutmysis@gmail.com. Today's question comes in from an Instagram user whose handle is Rockin' Coal, like coal eye pencil. That's a good name. And they said, who would play you in a movie of your life? With a caveat, Beatrice is not allowed to say Mick Hucknall.
Oh, excellent, excellent question. I have to think about this. Who'd play you, Rosemary? Drew Barrymore. In her newly found role as TV host, all I've heard is that she is hysterical and hard to watch. So would she play you?
What do you mean it's like funny and hard to watch?
No, like hysterical, like hyper.
Like manic?
Yeah, manic, exactly.
Oh, well, I actually watched that.
Did you enjoy it?
Show yesterday. Well, I watched one where she was interviewing Lucy Liu and Cameron Diaz.
Yeah.
And I don't like the three of them together because like they're such good friends, it always just feels a bit self-congratulatory. It's like, we've been friends for so long and we did Charlie's Angels, it was so amazing and we're so amazing and you're so amazing. Oh my God, you're so amazing. You're my best friend. You're so amazing. You know what I mean?
It's like this basically, right? I mean, it's
just like our podcast with an extra
person.
person.
How amazing you are. You are amazing, Rosemary. You're amazing. You're
Please.
amazing.
You're so gorgeous.
You're so amazing.
Can you believe Cameron Diaz is 50? Can you?
Probably, right? I mean, as in, like, doesn't
Yeah.
But haven't they all had loads of work, like, in reality?
Cameron Diaz hasn't had a screed of work. A screed. Anyway, who would play me? I mean, Drew Barrymore, right, would be the, like, if I'm being very kind to myself. People have told me people, they are telling me that I look like...
On a daily... Antonio Banderas.
Puss in Boots. No.
Joe Elliott.
Every time you say Joe Elliott, I have to go, who?
I know, it's ridiculous.
People have told me that I look like Sheridan Smith.
Oh.
Who is a very cute British actor.
Very cute.
But I do look a bit like her.
People have told me I look like your woman, the Queen, Olivia Colman.
You do.
Excuse me. My
In the
mother-in-law.
Queen, specifically with the wig off.
Back in the day when I was young and beautiful, people told me I looked like
Susan Sarandon.
Yeah, and then I've migrated.
Back in the day
to
when
Olivia
you were
Colman.
11 and she was 50.
Excuse me, when I was 20 something and she was also had been 20 something once. There you go.
Charlotte Church I've got before.
Oh yeah, I could see that.
I think it's like people with really small mouths.
No, I think it's people who are really chatty.
Charlotte
Church. She had her own talk show as well.
Oh my God,
Charlotte
I love
Church
Charlotte
and
Church.
Drew Barrymore both obviously like to engage lots of chats, extremely inflammatory statements. You're twins.
I mostly got the Sheridan Smith comparison when she was starring as a policewoman and it looked desperate all the time.
Oh, I'm
Basically
telling you,
had no
I actually
makeup
know
on.
who would play you. Mom. Give her a curly wig and she'd be your twin.
She does have very youthful skin.
She actually has really good skin. She's like Dame Judi Dench, Jame Duty. So actually,
Jame Judy would be rolling in her Louboutins.
Maybe that's who could play you, Dame Judy.
Jame Duty. So hang on, who would actually play you?
I can't go with this. Jame Duty. So brilliant. Well, I mean, from... Maybe Michelle Williams could play you from just like an earnest feminist perspective.
Is Michelle Williams a particularly earnest feminist?
Goodness, yes. She doesn't seem as maybe humorful. But I mean, I don't know her in her private life, just FYI, just saying.
In case anybody thought you did.
But in case anybody's like, she's actually really hilarious.
She frequently visits Beatrice in Fort Wayne. They hang out together a lot. They go to Captain Cork to stock up on their rosé. No, Michelle Williams couldn't play me. She's way too small. Like, as in, she's tiny and she's tiny.
Oh,
she's
don't you have that picture
tiny.
of you beside Michelle Williams?
Oh,
Actually,
God,
you're like twins.
I have a picture of me at the Mulberry show at London Fashion Week. I'm sitting behind Michelle Williams.
It's like The Borrowers.
But you would think think that I'm actually sitting a mile in front of her, that the perspective is all off because
like
she is just
after
so
Alice
tiny.
shrinks, she's Alice.
She's eaten the small mushroom and I've eaten 2 of the big ones. But honestly, Beatrice, I was at the fashion show, right, and I was sitting in the second row, obviously because Mulberry thought that I was with the Irish Times, so I was important, lol. And in the row in front of me, there were 3 spaces for celebrities. And into those 3 spaces slotted Pixie Lott, Michelle Williams, Lana Del Rey, Layla Zark.
Who's Layla Zark?
I don't know, she's a singer or something, very dark hair.
Don't know.
The other Olsen, Elizabeth Olsen, and Azalea Banks. Into literally a space for 3 people, and they all like slotted in like little matchsticks. They were, but like, I remember afterwards I was saying to somebody, oh my God, they were so tiny, and you know, they were like, whoever I said it to was like, some people are just naturally slim, and I was like, no doubt, they had the tiniest heads. They were just like miniature people.
Oh yeah, it was
they
like
were
when
so
I saw,
petite.
but like when I when I once in passing at a fashion show saw Jordan, right?
Katie
Price, and I was absolutely shocked. There was this like massive hullabaloo backstage. It was at one of the Galliano shows, and Katie Price was there.
Katie Price was at a Galliano show?
I don't know what was going on, right?
Very bizarre.
Yeah, it was very bizarre. And I was looking around like at normal head height, like scanning the room, and then I dipped my head about 2 feet, and there was this, to your point, like miniature person on massive high heels, but like it's her entire body was just like she was perfectly proportioned, but tiny. Like it wasn't like, oh, she's a small, like she's a shorter person.
No.
Do you know what I mean? With the same size head. Everything was perfectly proportioned and she was tiny.
These were all like, as if you'd taken the machine from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids and just put it on like 20%.
It makes me understand how people thought that
Tom Cruise could
have been Reacher. Could have been Jack Reacher. Right? They were like, well,
don't
he's just
get me
perfectly
started on
proportioned.
this again.
If he was 6'2", he'd be perfect, but he's not.
But hang on, who would play you? Who's tall? Charlize Theron?
Oh, thanks, Rosemary. No, your woman from Game of Thrones.
Gwendolyn Christie. She's way taller than you. She's 6'1" or
I know,
something.
yeah, I know. 5'11".
Yeah, that's way taller than you.
I could put on a pair of 2-inch heels and be the same height as her.
You would not put on a pair of 2-inch heels.
What?
For shame.
No.
Kitten heels. Ugh.
I like kitten heels.
Do you?
Yeah, and I like those block heels from my Leffler Randall. Leffler, apparently, is the pronunciation. I know, yeah.
You're basically a shoe whore. You just like them all.
Do you know who I'd love to play me? But
Who?
like Alice and Janney. Amazing.
Oh, I love her. She's won an Oscar now.
Therefore, so has
Therefore, she
Charlize
would not be
Theron.
playing you. Oh, yeah, good point.
Yeah, maybe. You know, the other day you mentioned something about Charlize Theron not wearing makeup, and you alluded to the fact that she could look like me, and I was like, only as that monster one.
Me?
That was the illusion you made. Yes.
When?
The other day when you were here.
I don't think I was talking about you.
You were
Charlize Theron?
in her monster phase.
Maybe I was talking about actual Aileen Wuornos.
Aileen Wuornos, yeah, exactly. I was about to call her Eileen. That's very Irish of me. Eileen Wuornos. I don't know. Who else would? Yeah, maybe Alice and Janney. What about males? Maybe Mark Ruffalo could play me because I just like him and think he's cool. You have to do a lot of shaving though.
Jeremy Renner could play you.
Oh my God! Take that back right now. No, he could not, and I feel like I'm not. I do not relate to that. And his tiny arrow, like that sounds terrible.
I think Jeremy Renner would play a great rendition
No,
of you.
he wouldn't, and he's got an extremely. No, I don't want to be mean, but he's got a very bulbous nose that annoys me. No, okay,
That's very mean.
I know.
You know who also could play you?
Who?
Jennifer Lawrence. Because I watched that movie where she plays the Russian whore. I went to see that
Dad
with
loved
Dad.
that movie.
Oh my God, it was so weird. Oh my God, it was horrendous. But she does such a great accent. She'd be excellent at your Irish accent. And she could do your fake Russian accent as well. And she's bouncing around the kitchen.
Excuse me, I'm now beyond creeped out. Dad found it extremely great. You said there were really creepy, sexy parts in it, and now you're saying I could be that.
Oh my God.
That Dad
Oh my God,
watched.
sorry.
No,
Sorry.
that circle is too gross.
Okay, so it's called Red Sparrow, right? And it's about where Jennifer Lawrence...
Red what?
Red Sparrow.
Sparrow.
Red Sparrow.
Sparrow, like a bird.
Bird. What's wrong with you?
The way you said it there was like you were getting that weird accent you get when you're delighted with yourself.
I must have it all the time, so. Dad and I went to see it together. I didn't know what it was about. I don't even know if I'd seen a trailer. And so we get to the point where she's been sold into whore school.
Oh, for
basically. And she and all these other like...
I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to call it whore school.
That's
on
what she
BPC.
calls it.
Well, you
she
are not allowed to
says,
call it that.
She says, Uncle, you sent me to whore school. True. So there are several scenes in it where they're being trained to be like sexy KGB agents and how to basically like seduce people in a kind of a mean spy way.
I need to watch this.
It's actually gas.
I need to learn this.
But there's another point where
is
Jennifer
this an actual
Lawrence...
class I could take? Is it on masterclass? I would totally take it.
Once again, Beatrice.
Sexy
Excuse me.
school.
Zip it for 2 minutes, right? Is Jeremy Renner in that? I think he is.
Ugh.
And Jeremy Renner is like...
Ugh.
Is from the FBI or something, and he's trying to make her a double agent or something. Anyway, and they end up having sex, and they have.
Oh,
Is it Jeremy Renner? Oh. She hops up onto his lap, right? Oh. Bounces around for approximately 15 seconds.
TMI.
Has an orgasm at the exact same time that he does, right? Simultaneous orgasm. Like a unicorn. For God's sake. Anyway, afterwards we're in the car and we're chatting about it, right? Me and Dad. Awkward.
Chatting about this with Dad, this particular scene.
No,
what is wrong with you?
No, but yes. So we were chatting about the movie in general. I was like, that was ridiculous, and he was like, oh, it was very entertaining. I was like, so stupid.
Rosemary, you cannot tell this story.
All I meant was Jennifer Lawrence could play you because she's tall and annoying and bad at accents.
Well, thank you, Rosemary.
You're very welcome. Who could play me?
I just gave you all the people who could play you.
I gave myself the people. Charlotte Church, Drew Barrymore. You gave me Drew Barrymore. I gave myself Charlotte Church and Sheridan Smith. Give me another one.
I did give you another one. Now I can't remember it. It was the trifecta of like there was somebody else in there.
Michelle Williams for Earnest Feminism.
There you go.
Maybe Busy Phillips could play me. She likes Instagram.
She does like Instagram. I know, but she seems really relatable. I'm only joking. She works out a lot. Actually, she could play you. She could
play me 5 years ago.
She's constantly throwing a yoga mat down on the ground and doing like some exercises in the weirdest place. Do you not notice that?
No, she could only play me if she was constantly buying yoga mats off Instagram ads and then putting them in her wardrobe.
No. You do a lot of exercise. She is, and I noticed she had like a yoga mat rolled. Like she didn't even roll it out properly. She had it like folded over on itself because she obviously only had like a square foot and a half of space to do the exercise.
And you know what else? She sweats a lot.
Does she?
On her Instagram stories, yeah. She's always sweating.
Oh, does she say that?
Yeah.
Oh, well, there you could
just
be twins.
like me.
Twins.
Exactly.
Well, I don't really know. Apart from those people who don't really seem like me, I'm definitely not Jeremy Renner. I just want to like leave it there. But I'll think about it. No other answers.
Yeah. I mean, feel free to suggest nice, not unflattering people to us. Yeah, Instagram at notwithoutmysister, notwithoutmysis.com. Email us notwithoutmysis@gmail.com.
Oh, I'd like to be that actress, the one who's sister of Toni Collette in that TV show. I'll have to find her name later on. She's married to
Toni Collette in that TV show.
She's married to the actor who played Berger in Sex and the City in real life.
This is honestly like...
I like her. She's always the sister, right? She's never the protagonist. So you're the protagonist. I'm the sister.
Hang on, why
she's
am I
smart,
the protagonist?
She's witty. You're just always the protagonist.
You're the protagonist.
No,
why
you're
am I
blonde.
always the protagonist?
You're blonde. You're the protagonist is predominantly blonde. She's witty. She's smart. She's sarky. She's funny. Yeah, sounds like me. So I'll send you her name later.
I'll be on the edge of my seat until I receive that email. Text. Thank you all so much for listening. You can subscribe to this anywhere you're listening to this podcast. And if you have 2 minutes, we'd really appreciate it if you would leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. It makes a real difference and helps people find the show and makes us feel good about ourselves. It fills our bucket.
Assuming you'd leave a 5-star review, please.
Oh yeah, obviously.
If you could, please.
Fill our bucket.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll catch you on Tuesday. Thank you so much for listening to Not Without My Minisode. Not Without My Sister is produced by Liam Geraghty. Sound editing and original music by Don Kirkland, and our original illustration is by Lindsay Nielsen.
Not Without My Sister is a member of The Warren, the home of great Irish podcasts. As is my podcast, Meet Your Maker. You'll find more great shows at thewarren.ie.